Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our virtual college visit series. We are really fortunate to have Bryan Ryberg with Roanoke College with us today to share some information with you all about their wonderful school. We will have a chance to answer any questions that you all might have at the end of today's visit. Please feel free to enter them into the chat. And if you don't want to do that today, that's okay too. You can always reach out to Mr. Ryberg directly after today's visit. And as always, we will be posting this to our Hanover Career Counseling YouTube page. So with that, I am going to just go ahead and pass it off to Bryan to get us started.
All right. Thank you so much for hosting me today via this virtual Zoom meeting. I hope some students who aren't on will have the opportunity to see this later. And my contact information will be on the last slide, so you'll be able to see that there and how to get a hold of me. But to start this off, I'll tell you a little bit about Roanoke College. This is not our full presentation that you would receive if you came to a campus group visit. But I do want to note that we are open for visitors. I know there's plenty of colleges in Virginia that are, but I know some that aren't. So I wanted to put that out there. We are open 6 days a week and one Sunday a month as well. We're only taking 2 visitors per hour. That enables us to have our families socially distanced. We screen all our families. We haven't had any incidents of any COVID spread through our admissions office. So I think we've done it in a very manageable and safe way for our visitors and to keep our faculty, staff, and students safe. So we'd love to have you on campus if you'd like to do so. We also have a number of virtual opportunities. We do have what you call a visit grant, a $1,000 visit grant. And even if you do one of the virtual sessions, you'll qualify for that visit grant as well. So you don't have to come to campus if that's something that you are unable to do or don't feel comfortable doing right now. But the first slide here is a picture of the administration building at Roanoke College, which is the center of campus. It is the oldest building on campus. We've been around for 178 years, so we've been at this for a little while. Just a few interesting facts and figures on the right here. We were consistently ranked in the Princeton Review and U.S. News and World Reports for being a top liberal arts school. We are a top producer of Fulbright scholars as well. It's something we're very proud of, that we've really been intentional about the last few years. We're always ranked one of the top colleges for approachable professors. It's one of the reasons many students come to Roanoke College. They really want to have that relationship with the people they're learning from, and they don't want to have that impersonal relationships of graduate assistants and TAs teaching large lecture style classes. We have a number of living learning communities on campus, so students aren't just placed in residence halls randomly. Students can live among groups that might have common interests around social justice or wellness or even different academic programs. And we've really seen that's been a great addition to our residential campus. So a little about the area. Roanoke College, about 3 hours away from where most of you are probably residing now. So it's a good distance away from home, but also close enough to get home on the weekends or on breaks if needed. Roanoke is actually located in Salem, Virginia. Salem's a town of about 25,000 people. Campus backs up right to Main Street. It's a beautiful small town, plenty of restaurants and shops on Main Street. When you go further down Main Street, you see the Sheetz and the Chick-fil-A's, the McDonald's and the Walmarts of the world. So all of those things are here as well. Roanoke City is just about 8 miles outside of Roanoke. That's a town of over 100,000 people, I should say city. It's a very up and coming city. A lot to do there in terms of cultural opportunities, the arts, music, great restaurants. Just a lot to do. We actually provide our students with free taxi vouchers. So if you do want to go downtown, if you do need to get to the airport or the Amtrak station or the mall, students are able to do that free of cost. So that's a great benefit to being at Roanoke. We're also located in a beautiful area for outdoor adventure opportunities. And many of our students love taking part in those different activities. We actually have an outdoor adventure center on campus. Students can rent mountain bikes or backpacking gear for the weekend, or you can go out on school-sponsored trips, hiking up to McAfee's Knob, the most photographed spot on the Appalachian Trail, whitewater rafting. We typically take a van of students up to Snowshoe to go skiing on the weekends when they're open. So a ton of great opportunities within Salem, Roanoke City, and the Virginia Blue Ridge Mountains. A few facts and figures about Roanoke. We have just about 2,000 students, all undergraduate. So we do not have a law school or master's programs or medical school. We focus all of our attention on that 4-year undergraduate experience. So you're going to have the best professors with terminal degrees on a 10-year track teaching your classes from freshman to senior year. Like most schools, we are a little bit more female than male. About half of our students come from the state of Virginia and half of our students come from outside of the state. So we are not what you would call a suitcase campus. We have students from all over the country. There's always activities on campus during the weekends, and it's a very robust student life outside of the classroom. So you can see we have students from 39 states and 31 countries. So geographically, we're quite diverse. We're quite diverse in many ways, whether that's our LGBTQ+ community, our Office of Multicultural Affairs, and other multicultural groups on campus. That's something that's very important to Roanoke College, and we try to promote and emphasize those different opportunities on campus. Many students who are looking at Roanoke College are looking at us because they feel that a smaller college experience is the right model for them. So as you can see, our student to faculty ratio is 13-1. Our average class size is 18-1. So probably similar or a little bit smaller compared to some of your high school classes. We have over 1,000 career mentors. We call them our Maroon mentors. That's our nickname. We're the Roanoke Maroons. So you're going to hear Maroon in a lot of different of our programs. But these are people that have graduated from Roanoke College, that are in graduate school, have started their careers, or maybe well off into their career path, that are willing to dedicate some time to help our current students navigate graduate school opportunities and different career paths that they intend to pursue. So a great program, and great for our students and alums to engage in that as well. We have over 50 majors on campus, plus almost 70 minors and concentrations and pre-professional programs. A few of our newer majors include data analysis and engineering science. Prior to that, we actually added actuarial science and public health. So those have been some great majors for us to add in the past few years. Many of our students come to us with the intent of using Roanoke as a platform to jump off to graduate school, whether it's medical school, vet school, law school, PT school. You'll see a lot of our students participating in those programs, as well as most of the classic majors: history, English, math, physics, biochem, just about everything you would want. We don't have nursing. That's a question we get a lot, and that many students are interested in, and we don't have a nursing program. We actually have a pre-nursing program if you're intending to pursue that in graduate school. And you can find all of those programs on our website. We actually have a topic-based curriculum. So at every liberal arts college, about a third of your classes will be part of a general education curriculum. A third of your classes will be electives, and about a third of your classes typically are in your major or concentration. And this is if you only have one major. We have students that will double major and sometimes even triple major, which takes out some of those elective opportunities. But we really want students to explore while they're in college. Many students come to us knowing what they want to major in, and they might finish with that major. Most students come to college with an idea of what they want to major in, and they end up changing that major. And then we have some students that have no idea what they want to major in, and they want to explore when they come to Roanoke College. And we feel that what we call our intellectual inquiry curriculum is a great way for students to explore different career options, different majors, minors, and concentrations. So as you can see, you'll never just take an intro to chemistry course at Roanoke. It's gonna have a theme, a topic with it that hopefully you're interested in. So as you can see, we have chemistry and crime, which is more of a CSI class, and we know that our students, when they're interested in that class, they're going to perform better in that class. They're going to be more satisfied with it. And our faculty members are more enthusiastic about teaching these courses as opposed to having a statistics 101 course that they can teach every year and roll out. And it's not much of a challenge to them. So this has been a great model for Roanoke. We've been doing this for a little over 10 years. And we've seen, since Roanoke has been on the cutting edge of this curriculum, many other schools have followed suit and have gone with a topic-based curriculum. Different real-world experiences we'd like you to take part in at Roanoke. Every single student will take part in at least one of these experiences, and some students will take part in all 5. Creative works, that's one that's really important to us. We have an art gallery on campus, a theater on campus. We actually have our own film festival, and we really encourage students, even outside of a theater major, to take part in a theater production or to showcase their art in our art gallery. We feel that that's a huge benefit. Undergraduate research is a really great program for us. And these research opportunities don't only take place in the sciences, they take place in every different major and field of study. And these aren't just for our honors students. All right, we do have an honors program, but students across the board can take part in these research opportunities with faculty members or independent of their faculty members. And we believe that because we don't have graduate programs, that more of our students are going to be able to be involved in these research opportunities. Service learning is really important to us. Actually, during orientation, the picture you see below is a picture of students building a Habitat for Humanity house. We've had a relationship with Habitat for Humanity for over 20 years. And for the last 15 years, we've actually built a Habitat house on campus. This has been a great program and really sets the tone for our curriculum and co-curricular activities that are going to be based around service learning. Every single student at Roanoke, I can confidently say, will take part in an internship at least once during their 4 years at Roanoke. These experiences are extremely valuable, and working with our career services office, your faculty advisor, they'll help place you and make those connections. And we would really encourage students to take part in 2 internships and have some diversity in those experiences throughout their 4 years at Roanoke. Studying away, we really believe that by traveling, getting to know people from other cultures and different backgrounds and different traditions, and really engaging in those opportunities is extremely valuable. Students can study away in a number of different ways. One of those is your traditional semester away at a university, one of our 200 partners worldwide. We also have a May term where students can actually travel with a Roanoke College faculty member and Roanoke College students during the month of May, either domestically or internationally. Every student at Roanoke will take part in at least one of those May term intensive learning semesters or terms. And then we actually have what you call the DC semester, where students can take part in an internship and live in Washington, DC for an entire semester. That's been a great way for students to who are interested in international affairs, political science, even arts and culture, to take part in internships and to live off campus domestically for an entire semester. Here's some different logos of different corporations, government entities, graduate schools, nonprofits where our students are currently studying or working. So we're in great company. You can see those graduate schools are all excellent schools, and we do very well preparing our students for professional career opportunities or graduate school. A little bit about campus life. We have 100+ clubs and organizations. Just yesterday, I was in a student life committee meeting where we approved a charter for the Cheese Club. So this is a group of students that has a common joy in consuming cheese, and they were able to start a club, get funding for that club, and get together for something that they're all passionate about. We have other clubs that include the Board Game Club. We have a beekeeping society. We have club sports. We have esports, all different sorts of things. And if we don't have a club of something you're interested in, students are able, just like the Cheese Club, to start a club on their own. And you can do that your freshman year all the way to your senior year. We're NCAA Division III institution, and we have 22 intercollegiate sports, and we just actually added men's wrestling. So that's been a great addition for us. If you're interested in wrestling, Coach Nate Yetzer just started this year. We've already got some wrestlers on campus, and they'll start competing next year in the Krager Center, which is our new $42 million athletic, academic, and recreation center. There's also a number of service organizations, academic honors organizations, multicultural organizations, campus ministries. So just about anything that you'd like to take part in outside of the classroom, we could accommodate you. Oops. All right, a little bit about financial aid. As you can see, we've been very generous in terms of the merit scholarships we award students. Those scholarships range from $20,000 to $29,000 annually. All of our financial aid awards are good for 4 years, including the visit grant. If you attend an in-person or virtual visit, we have a fellowship program where students can apply for different programs where you can take part in working for information technology or student activities. And we also have an honors program. If you interview for one of these programs, you'll receive another $1,000 off. We have a fine arts scholarship if you're a musician, if you're a singer, if you're interested in theater, and there's an audition that goes along with that. And of course, we'll do that virtually this year if needed. And then for those of you that have filed the FAFSA and named Roanoke in the FAFSA, if filed by March 1st, we'll give you a $1,000 grant as well. Most of our students here at Roanoke are receiving financial aid in some form or another. A few deadlines to be aware of. Our first deadline is passed, but we do have our early decision deadline, which is a binding deadline, November 18th. Our early action 2 will be the same day, and those decisions will be released on December 4th. Our regular decision is applied by March 15th, and I think this year will be a little bit different in terms of a deposit deadline with college searches being delayed and SATs and ACTs. Typically, that deadline is May 1st to accept your offer of admission at Roanoke College and to submit a deposit. I do believe we'll work with students this year to accommodate you on whatever timeline you're working on, as we do know and want to be sensitive to everything that's changed in our world over the last few months. It's really important that you communicate with your admissions counselor. In this case, for everybody on this call, that will be me. And on our next slide, this is my contact information. Again, my name is Bryan Ryberg. I'm the Associate Dean for Students. I represent Richmond, Central Virginia, and the state of California. So that is my territory. I really enjoy working with all our students from Virginia. Enjoy being in the Richmond area. And if you would like to connect, you can actually schedule a virtual meeting with me on our admissions webpage. You can look there. I have a calendar all set up. You can set up a time if you want to talk. If your folks want to join the call, that's fine as well. You could also find visit opportunities and virtual opportunities to come to campus at the same website. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for hosting me. I hope to hear from many of you, and I will turn it back over to Ms. Edwards.
Thank you, Mr. Ryberg. We really appreciate your time. It's just so helpful to hear, things at this level of detail with colleges and especially with yours. And I love the topic-based learning courses. That's very interesting. And I think our students and families will find that very interesting as well. So that's a really neat thing that you guys are doing there.
Yeah, it definitely makes some of those courses where you might not be so excited about, definitely you're going to be more excited to learn more about a topic that you're interested in. And again, it's a win-win. Our faculty enjoy teaching those courses. Students love taking those courses. And oftentimes after taking one of our intellectual inquiry courses, students will change their major, they'll add a minor or a concentration because you just never know what you're going to learn out there. So I'd encourage all of you to, wherever you end up at college, step outside your comfort zone a little bit, try something new. You never know where that's going to take you.
Well, thank you for your time today. We will certainly be in touch with questions throughout the school year. We wish you all the best, and we will be keeping in touch. So have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.